Good morning, everyone. I'm just gonna talk to you while I drive this morning. There have been a lot of things on my mind lately, and I've been ruminating and obsessing, and I think it's part of my ADHD and my difficulty with making decisions. I think it's a part of my pattern to self-sabotage and to not complete projects. I get all the way up to the end and then for some reason have trouble finishing them. So lately I've been kind of absent on YouTube. As most of you know, if you're a regular viewer, that I was suffering from vertigo. I had vestibular neuritis, and it was causing me to be dizzy, and it was also messing with my eyesight, and I wasn't really in a space where I could record videos and edit them. Sometimes I could record, but I couldn't really edit. I wasn't able to just like sit there and stare at a screen. I was really exhausted. So I transitioned from that, still feeling dizzy, but then having to get my house prepared to get it on the market and sell it. So the reason that I'm selling my house is because I want to move to Portugal with my family. And so we were planning to apply for the golden visa so that my husband could come and go as he needed to, because with the D7 visa, you can't just come and go. It's very restricted. And my husband wanted to be able to still come back to work on projects in the US. So that's where we were. So we were supposed to have our house on the market like the first week of October. That didn't happen. We've been kind of like procrastinating with getting work done. We've been getting it done, but we've been getting it done slowly at our own pace. We were actually supposed to be on the market months ago, and then we set a firm date of, okay, we're gonna have it on the first week of October, and we missed that deadline. So we're almost done. We're like at the finish line. We are like, probably could have been done last week, or the week before, but we've just been kind of dragging our feet a bit and kind of just waiting to the last minute to get stuff together. So it made it harder to do all those things at one time. And so we're now kind of like at the finish line, and then we're thinking like, do we really want to do this? Do we not move to Portugal, but do we really want to invest all this money in the golden visa when it's putting a significant amount of cash away for several years and not having access to it, and then also not being able to move right away. So if the timelines are like around 18 months to move because they're so backed up with processing, it's kind of like, do we really want to do this? Do we want to spend all this money and then try to have to figure out where we're going to live? Looking for an apartment is more than what we're paying for our mortgage. Do I want to go to another country and wait it out? I considered maybe moving to France, and I did a consultation with someone to see like what the requirements are, and like, could I move there with my kids and like just try to wait it out while we're waiting on the golden visa, and then maybe my husband could, come and visit when he's off from work. So all of these things have been going through my mind, and I've really been obsessing about them, and I haven't been able to have any peace. And I think the ADHD part is like, it doesn't allow me to transition from one thing to another. I've been having a really, really hard time doing that, really struggling with that. So it's like, I've been feeling like I can't do anything because I haven't finished this one thing. Come on, let me get over. I'm feeling like I can't do anything until I get this one thing finished. But then it's like, I don't have the energy and stamina to only focus on the one thing. I need to do other things. But it's like something in my body is like physically preventing me from doing it, like holding me down, like, no, you can't do this until you do that. And so I just have felt stuck. I've just felt stuck with where I am right now in my current situation and how to move forward. So yesterday I went for a walk, and that really helped. I'm realizing that I need to rely on my habits when I get into a moment of panic, because I get into the fight, flight, or retreat sort of kind of mode. And when I get like that, I just want to get under my covers and eat chocolate and do nothing else. It's like all the habits that I've built, going walking to feel better and to kind of like help me work out what's going on in my head. I'm not really able to do that when I'm in that kind of state. I just panic and I'm just frozen. It's just like analysis paralysis and not having control. I really need to get over not having control and not being able to make a decision. It just keeps me paralyzed. And so I am wanting to get back to myself, get back to things that I did regularly, like walking and polishing my nails, doing things for self-care. I've really kind of let my self-care fall off. I have continued with using my my journal and doing my 3 gratitudes a day and doing my journal. I don't do it every day. I might miss a day or two, but I allow myself to have a little bit of grace, because if I don't, I'll go crazy with that. Like, oh, I missed a day, and then I'll just completely abandon it. So I'm giving myself a little bit of grace with that, and writing in my journal is helping. But I'm just feeling kind of like I'm just all over the place and not sure, what to do next, what decision to make. So, this is the thing with ADHD. It's like you have this one thing that you want to do, and then it's like you're full in on that. It's like, yes, I'm definitely doing this. And then there's like maybe some doubt or something that starts to creep in. And maybe this part doesn't necessarily, the doubt, whatever, that doesn't necessarily have to do with the ADHD. It's more so like when you want to do this thing, and then like the analysis paralysis comes in, and then you're not able to do anything else. And then you start thinking about like other things. So I'm not actually doing this thing that I need to do, and I'm feeling like I can't do anything else, because if I have any free time, then I need to be focused on that thing. But it's like I'm not doing that thing, and if I'm not doing that thing, then I need to be thinking about doing that thing. So there's a lot of idle time that's just like passing, where I'm not being very productive. Like maybe I have 8 hours to like get certain tasks done around the house, and I spend maybe an hour to hour and a half kind of like half doing it, and then I just like procrastinate. I'm walking back and forth, and I'm moving a paper here, I'm taking this there, and I'm not really doing anything. I'm not really like engaged with what I'm doing, but I'm just like, my mind is constantly swirling and I can't figure out what to do. And before I know it, the whole day is gone and I've got like nothing accomplished whatsoever. I spent the whole day not doing the thing that I was supposed to do, and I couldn't do anything else because I was supposed to do that thing that I didn't do, so I didn't do anything. And that is just it. I mean, it feels terrible. It feels so crippling. And I want to do more and be productive and be able to do the things that I need to do while still doing the things that I want to do. So trying to find balance with that has been very difficult. And my brain just has not been able to, I won't say multitask, but do more than one task, not necessarily at the same time, but maybe in the same day. I haven't been able to switch gears. So that has been a huge struggle. And I realized in all of this that, I mean, I really wanted to come back to doing YouTube, and I was feeling like, oh, I can't because I've got to do this thing. And I'm only half doing the thing, and I'm not doing YouTube either. And then that just feels bad. And it just becomes like just this cycle of like guilt, shame, fear, imposter syndrome, all of those things, Whereas if I kind of lean into my habits and just, even when I don't know what's going on, like, okay, just go for a walk, clear your mind. Like, you don't have to figure everything out. Like, that can bring me some peace and clarity. Just, I need some silence. I need to be out in nature, and I need to just kind of have something that's familiar to me without having to think it, not having to overthink anything. I think being confined in my house sometimes can be crazy making, and I feel like I'm alone a lot of the times because I feel like I'm, isolated from everyone else. I don't go to a regular job where I see people all the time. I'm homeschooling one child, and then I'm like driving the other ones around here and there. And then I've got like a text chain that I engage with regularly with friends, but it's very rare that we get together. We're supportive over text, but it's really hard for everybody to get together with everyone's schedule. So I feel like I'm not really, like I feel like I don't really have community. So like during the week, it's just pretty much either me by myself or me and my son. And at times that can feel very overwhelming. It feels isolating. It feels like I'm alone. Sometimes I feel sad. And just putting all my attention on like getting my house together to sell it and then not knowing where I'm going after that, it just feels really scary. It feels really scary. I had an idea of where I wanted to go with this video, sort of, but it just kind of went somewhere else, and it's just kind of like all over the place. But that's really what like being inside of my ADHD brain is like. It's like I'm going here, but then I go there instead, and then on the way I'm picking up this and talking about that. That's what's going on. That's been my life lately. I'm just all over the place. But I miss YouTube. I miss the community. I miss the comments and going back and forth with people and watching their videos, engaging with them as well. So I don't know where I'm going to end up. I don't know what the plan is. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of ground shifting that feels really unstable right now. But one thing that I can do when things are uncertain are to just maybe be quiet and listen. So I'm gonna do that and trust that things are going to work out. But I hope to be around a little bit more with YouTube. Got a lot to do. But if I'm just doing like these kind of talking head sort of videos, I can probably do that. I've got another video that I want to share, but I have to do a lot of editing with that, so I don't know when that'll get done because I've got to put all the pieces together. But for now, this is it. So thanks for listening to me ramble on and for taking a look inside of my ADHD brain. Talk to you guys later. Ciao.